What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to KozMatt Wrestling. As you can tell, I am feeling a little bit out of it today. I just have a little bit of a cold, but I will be okay.
Yeah, let's get right into Monday Night Raw, Matt.
Yeah, it was pretty good Raw. I'm happy. Well, let's just say it opens up with Randy Orton. Whenever Raw opens up with Randy Orton, I just get super excited. But he does claim that he will take Drew McIntyre's title come Hell in a Cell and pin him once and for all. Drew actually interrupts the Viper and does tell Orton he made a promise and that every time they are in the same building together, he is going to beat the holy hell out of Randy Orton whenever he sees them. Drew just comes in the ring and just body slams Randy Orton, throws him right over the announcer's table, rolls him back into the ring, but the Viper slips away before Drew inflicts any more punishment.
Oh, trust me, these two went at it as we go out throughout the night, so let's get right into it. We come back from a quick break as Stephanie McMahon announces the few first-round draft picks.
First welcoming to Monday Night Raw, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, then to SmackDown, Bayley, their own WWE Women's Champion, then back to Raw, the Viper, Randy Orton, then back to SmackDown, the Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, and then the last, for round one, Charlotte Flair.
We then were led to a quick non-DQ match between KO and Aleister Black.
Let's just say these two, when they're in the ring together, can inflict big damage onto one another. These two just trade shots along with suplexes inside and outside of the ring and kicks along with chair shots. As we know, Aleister Black, his kicks are deadly. But back from a table being set up outside the ring from earlier on, Black puts it inside the ring as Owens then takes advantage and hits the stunner onto Black out of nowhere, followed by a powerbomb through the table for the win.
Hey, non-DQ matches, they can get crazy, and this one certainly did. We then cut to round two of the draft. Stephanie McMahon announces Braun Strowman is the next pick for Raw.
And O'Brien is then on SmackDown, then Matt Riddle to Raw, then Kevin Owens to SmackDown for the last pick of round two, Jeff Hardy for Monday Night Raw. We then cut back inside the ring with Miz and Morrison for Miz TV. These two just make jokes like they usually do with Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose alongside them, joining them. Miz tells Mandy Rose that there is indeed a women's battle royale tonight, as the winner will face Asuka next week for the Raw Women's Championship. So this is going to be interesting to see what's going to go down.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe who the winner was. Stay tuned to see at the end.
Lana and Natalya come out as Rose claims that Lana must spend less time on TikTok and more time in the ring, but both women's teams just go into a brawl, and let's just say Rose and Brooke, they did get the upper hand and just did look strong here as we did cut to a break.
We then see The Miz about to interview John Morrison as Lars Sullivan comes down and beats the holy hell out of Morrison as Miz squirms away.
Nonetheless, we are then shown backstage with the Street Profits, then Woods and Kingston, along with Adam Pearce, as they trade titles, as Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode just intrude, saying they deserve a tag team title opportunity and they don't care which team they have to face.
We then are welcomed to round three of the draft. Tonight's certainly been crazy.
Well, we first start again with Raw as they select Retribution, then Lars Sullivan to SmackDown. Nonetheless, then it's Keith Lee to Raw, then SmackDown picks King Corbin, then last for round three's Raw pick, Alexa Bliss. Seth Rollins is then shown coming down to the ring for his farewell to Monday Night Raw since he is headed to SmackDown, saying that there is nobody in the Raw locker room that can just fill his shoes, and they're losing a big champion.
We then see AJ Styles come out as he claims he is the footprint of Monday Night Raw.
Well, let's just say Hardy is seen actually talking with Seth and both Styles, and just out of nowhere just hits a suicide dive onto them outside of the ring, which is cool to see as Hardy is back on Monday Night Raw.
43 years old, man, still hitting them suicide dives.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
Let's just say this just led us to a great triple threat match, a really good triple threat match. All three men are down and out. Styles goes for a Styles clash, but is reversed into a twist of fate before Jeff could actually capitalize. Elias comes out of nowhere and just wails Jeff Hardy with a guitar as Styles takes advantage and pins Jeff Hardy for that 1, 2, 3.
After that incredible match, we are then welcomed with Stephanie McMahon introducing round four of the draft.
Raw, without further ado, picks Elias, then Sami Zayn is headed to SmackDown, Lacey Evans to Raw, Shinsuke and Cesaro staying on SmackDown, which I'm happy about, then Sheamus to Raw for the end of round 4. So we then cut to Lana and Natalya taking on Dana, Brooke, and Mandy Rose from the earliest altercation on Miz TV. This match was just Dana Brooke tags in Mandy and then hits Lana with a clothesline, then tags Brooke back. and hits a senton right off of Mandy's shoulders for the win.
It's not that I don't like Dana Brooke. I just like Mandy Rose as more of a singles competitor.
Well, let's just say,
I'm really looking forward to that.
What happens next? Natalya actually ditches Lana, claiming they are no longer a team. It's not working out, so I'm happy. They were both annoying together. I couldn't take it. We then cut backstage with the Hurt Business and Ricochet. Ricochet asks for a match tonight, and if he loses, he will indeed join the Hurt Business.
Cedric, of course, accepts, as we will see them battle later tonight.
Next up is Angel Garza facing off against Andrade, his former teammate, with their former manager, Zelina Vega, on commentary. This match ends abruptly as Andrade goes for a DDT, as Garza then counters, throwing Andrade into the corner, then hitting a win clipper for that win. Zelina then checks up on Andrade after the match as the Fiend's music hits. Alexa is then seen in the corner as the Fiend Bray Wyatt shows up, as both the Fiend and Alexa hit Sister Abigail on Andrade and Zelina Vega.
We then head to round 5 of the draft. Let me just say, it was good to see Stephanie McMahon tonight.
Monday Night Raw picks up Nikki Cross, SmackDown picks up R-Truth and Dabba-Kato, and then last for round 5, SmackDown gets Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, and even Apollo Crews.
We then see Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler face each other as they face the newly swapped Raw Tag Team Champions, Woods and Kofi Kingston.
I think Big E is going to have his own run on SmackDown, and I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, me too.
Nonetheless, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods retain their tag team titles after Roode went up to roll up Woods, but Kingston makes a blind tag as Woods sets up Roode for a midnight hour for that 1-2-3 count.
We head back to the ring with Cedric Alexander facing off against Ricochet. Remember, if Ricochet loses, he has to join the Hurt Business.
Well, that's not what happened, because the ending to this match was actually pretty odd as Ricochet kicks out, pushes Cedric into the ref as the ref is down and out, as MVP first off throws a steel chair inside the ring. Ricochet actually takes it, and instead of hitting Cedric with it, he hits the ground. He throws it at Cedric Alexander. Ricochet falls to the ground as the ref then just turns around, sees Cedric with the chair, Ricochet on the ground, then calls for DQ.
Shades of Eddie Guerrero.
I love it.
We then cut to the final round of the draft.
As we see, Titus O'Neil to Raw, Peyton Royce to Raw, Akira Tozawa to Raw, then Carmella to SmackDown, and last but not least, Aleister Black to SmackDown. For the closing of Monday Night Raw, we head to the Women's Battle Royale as the winner is set to face Asuka next week on Raw for the Raw Women's title, which I'm excited to see. The match contains Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, Lana, the Riot Squad, Nikki Cross, Tamina, Billie Kay, Bianca Belair, Lacey Evans, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, and Peyton Royce.
This match really wasn't all that impressive until we see the last two women in the match, or so we thought. Lacey Evans and Natalya.
They actually battle it out on the outside apron, and Natalya actually kicks Lacey as she drops to the ground, as we first think that Natalya has won this Women's Battle Royale.
All of a sudden, guess who we see? Lana.
Lana comes out of nowhere because from earlier on in this match, she actually went outside the ring when Nia Jax got eliminated by Shayna Baszler. Lana was put through the announcer's table like she had been for the last few weeks, talking about deja vu. But Lana was not eliminated, and then the bell rings because Lana eliminates Natalya. Oh, what a swerve.
Hey, Natalya saying that team is over really bit her in the ass.
I like it. After this huge battle royale, we then see Randy and Drew close the show out as they start to battle around the arena like dogs, as we see both men be split apart by officials and refs to end the show. It just certainly reminded me of Brock and Cena inside the ring in 2012.
Alright guys, that was this week's Monday Night Raw. Let us know what you think about the draft and what mix-ups you could see coming later in the future.
Well, we got Hell in a Cell in 2 weeks, so I can't wait to see what's going to culminate before then, and Hell in a Cell is going to be a great pay-per-view.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Always like, comment, and subscribe.
Peace out.
Got me falling